I'm inviting you to join our live trading sessions next week. For the entire week, we had a live session this week during the New York and the London sessions open. The link for those webinars are in the description. Scroll down, click on the links, register, and share the link with friends. So we will see you in the live session. It's absolutely free. It will be free for one more week. Let's go. Good afternoon or good morning, depending where you are. My name is Anil Mangal, and we're looking at cryptos. I've already recorded the webinar for Forex pairs. Please go check it if you haven't seen it, if you're watching this for the first time. And this will be the weekly outlook. Now, we'll do it very short because I would like you to join us in the webinars for more details and live trading. Bitcoin is actually in a consolidation. Like most of the cryptocurrencies, they're actually in a consolidation. They're almost very bottom. And there's a high probability that when you see it moving this sideways, it's going to drop one more before it goes back up. So let me show you that in a higher time frame. Let's say you go in the daily. And you can see that every time the pair is in some kind of a consolidation, like this, or like this, or like this, it tends to drop. And we're doing exactly the same thing here, right? When it's making impulses, the impulses look like these. So if this is going to make an impulse, it will have to look like this: correction up, correction up, correction up. So it seems like we're not going to be going up on the higher time frame, but within the lower time frame, there are traders in the group who traded with us this week, and they get the analysis for the short-term buy, short-term sell. And it's all short-term because it can happen short-term. You're getting a flag here, which means you're going to get a short-term trade here. Now, will that be the one that break out? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it stops here, go back up, make a new high. This is a very, very short time frame, which means you're trading within a very tight range. And all trades are very, very short-lived. I mean, you have to get in and get out really quick. Whether that gives you profit after you paid the commission and after you paid the spread, well, if your broker allows you to do it, then that's great. Join us if you trade it, and we'll give you our analysis on all of them. Ethereum, same thing in a sideways move. This one actually looks a little more upside. On the bigger time frame, there's a shorter flag here for downside, but when it comes to this low, there's a high probability we go back, make a new high like this. See? They make a flat, go up. This seems like a big flat for one more up. When you get above that top, that's when it starts. From above there, this could drop or continue to go, because we can't know for a fact that this is going to start the upside. We're still in this sideways move. On the bigger picture, there is a chance it could go up if you look at it this way. Right, there's a chance that this bigger correction breaks to the upside first. So this could come down here Monday, go back up, and you might end up all the way to the top here. That would complete this pattern. 1, 2, 3. And then retest the low before they go. But this is a really big move if it's going to happen. Moves like those you can trade. The smaller moves inside here, I don't really trade them. We don't trade it in the lower time frame. But if traders in the trading room with us ask for it, we give them the analysis. OMG consolidating at the bottom. I think you can clearly see all the consolidations we have drawn here. All of them. This one, these, and we're getting pretty much the same thing here within a range. See that? So it's kind of coming down here. It could even go back to the top, but then breaks the low and then go back up. So breaks the low, drop, and then go back up. So upside start, I don't see any sign that they're starting any big move to the upside. We're still pretty much in this sideways at the bottom here. You can draw a line like this. You can put a line like this. And you can literally see we're in those two, right? So what's the next move for this? Well, this starts to look like it could come here. Right, because we made a down move, an up move, we can make a down move. And from this point, it could also go back up before it drop, or it could just drop through the bottom and then reverse. The big reversal is what you're looking for, that sharp move up, that sideways consolidation, and then up. XRP, also the bottom, also consolidating. And this consolidation here, this piece, see we've made that 1, 2, 3. We got one here, we got one here. There's a number of spikes or sharper waves in there, which means that this probably going to stay here for a while, retest the low, and then go. On the shorter term trade, it's downside first. you're getting a flag here for the downside. So if you should trade these short impulses, right, then this would be a trade Monday coming. LTC, I think this one is pretty clear. It's in the sideways, but eventually upside. This is the big move up. So once you complete this, there's a chance you could go up. Doge, it's coming down. It looks like we've hit we've completed this flat here. So there's a good chance that this piece goes back up and retest that top. Now we'll wait for the setup for that. We don't have the setup as yet, but once you get the setup for that, that is a possibility. ADA, it's going sideways. I think this one is pretty easy. You can see the sideways movement here. There's a chance it could come back to the top, but then it will have to drop and break the low. Now, if this just comes to this level here, just about there, break this smaller top, make a flat and drop, allow it to break the low, and then start looking for the buy setups. They're all at a pretty low point where from somewhere here, they start to go back up, right? This one is in the channel and we're at the bottom of the channel. So even if it drops through that structure, if you complete this here and it drops, it's going to just be one drop here before we stake off to the upside. Link, I think this one is pretty clear. Just going sideways, probably up there and then down. Can it come down from this point? It can, but I don't think that's what we're expecting. What we're looking for is a move like this. 1, 2, 3, right? Because you can see the internals 1, 2, 3 completed, 1, 2, 3 completed. So we get this correction here. We get a final move up there, then drop, break the low, and then up. This one is pretty clear. This is a very common pattern. AMP. Consolidating at the bottom here, we've got a move up and you're consolidating in this range. So probably we'll go up one more before it drops. Can this one move go really high? I think it can. We can make an assessment. See, they make these big flats here and then they drop. We don't really have a big flat here. We had a small one. We kind of make a small consolidation, drop, make a move up, and you're getting a small one here. Now, this could become a big one by going up there and then making this drop one more, then go. Now, how low it can drop? Well, we never know, right? 0 is still pretty much down at the bottom there. So if you're buying these short time frames, you have to make sure you can get out pretty quick. This one is already dropping. I think you can clearly see that. This is already making a flag, break the low, and then go back up. So when it was coming down from this one, we said, watch it if it's going to break this low and then go back up. But as you can see, instead of going up, it starts to consolidate. And that consolidation, if you bought it, you're out of it already because it's there too long, which means we can expect this to come one more here. And then from this point, we'll start to keep an eye on it. This is that's irrelevant. It doesn't have anything in it. So from this point, once it drops one more, we'll keep an eye and see how that goes. We're in this down move. I think it's pretty clear. We have a very sharp move here to make. So once it breaks this low here, and then, we can look for the buy setup and that very sharp move coming. That is this one to complete this flat. So, or total upside for that matter of fact. So a buy setup here would be a good one once we break the low. I like this. That's why we have it in the buy. So we're focusing when this break the low, what happens. It's going to be a good buy. Somebody give us this. It's kind of going sideways too. You can see the sideways drop. We're in the sideways here, which means expect that to drop too. Autumn. Going sideways, pretty much. So there's a good chance you're going to drop lower. BNB. This one is going mostly like this. It's kind of making a flag slow down move, which normally when you get that move, you actually make a spike to the upside. Normally this one would be a spike to the upside here before they come down, if they come down. And very likely this could make a flat and drop because this is the sharp move into it. This was the up move, 1, 2, 3, and that's a sharp move into it. Can it go back up all the way to the top? Well, that a lot depends on how you look at this entire pattern, right? How you look at this entire. If you include this in it and you made 1, 2, 3, if you look at it as a 1, 2, 3 there, then this up move here would make sense for this to come here and then drop. But if we don't put it that way, which means this doesn't belong to this correction, This correction is of its own. Then this is going to drop. It's going to break the top here. It's probably going to break out of this, but then it's going to drop here, make a low, and then go back up. Since all of them are going to make lows and go back up, I think there's a good chance this will also be making a low. Dash already in this big sideways move, probably a little more up. We have those two lines because we're watching for this to trade back to the top there. And from that point now, either retest the low and go or break out completely. Now, we don't know which it's going to be. So when it gets to that point, if you're in the trader, if you trade it up to that point, you'll have to move your entries to break even or put them in profit. Sol USDT, it's kind of going sideways. There's no up move, there's no down move here, which means that for some reason, this could probably just do this and drop, right? There is a sideways here. If it comes to this level, it could make one more up. You would look at this flat and then drop. I don't think it's the start of the up move as yet. And that's about it for all the cryptos we have. Join us live and we can do them in more details for you. We can look at the present trade within the next couple hours for you. And if you trade Forex and stocks, you might get some trades in there as well. Thank you. Have a great weekend and see you on Monday in the live sessions. The link is in the description. Take care. Trade with care. Bye.